Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today is vlogmas day 6 and today I wanted just to share my newborn slash toddler, I wouldn't even call her a toddler, she's not a toddler, just baby essentials because I haven't done a video like this and my room's a mess. So we just got back from St. George, we just drove home, so I am just gonna get right into all of my favorite things. Also, I just wanted to say that this is just from my opinion. I've only had one baby, so maybe moms that have had 5 are gonna say I did use that or I didn't use that, but these are all things that helped me. And then at the end, I'm going to go over a few things that I don't think were necessary at all. Okay, let's get started. First off is the Frida Baby Nose Sucker. So the Frida Baby Nose Sucker is just a way to get your baby's like snot and boogers out without getting it in your mouth, which is very important. At the beginning, their nostrils are just so tiny and like they can't breathe well as it is, and so when they have like congestion, it's like even harder. So make sure you have a nose sucker no matter what. Jack and I actually threw ours away after a couple months because we're like, we might not use it, like we probably don't need it again. Well, fast forward to 13 months and we needed it big time. So in the middle of the night, we had to like DoorDash one to our house because she got so congested. So definitely get the nose sucker. Next thing is the dock top. You can do a snuggle me, but I like the dock top because honestly, like the sides are a bit more sturdy. So like if you're sleeping on either side of the baby, like the chances of you like rolling over are a lot less because the dock top is like more firm, like you would run into it if you were trying to roll over, if that makes sense. They're not supposed to sleep in the dock top when you're sleeping too. You're supposed to always be monitoring them in there, but Tommy never ever rolled as a baby until she was like 7 months. So that was never a problem for us. We put her, she took naps with me sometimes, like in the dock tot right next to me. And I just like felt safe with her in there. Also, when you're like hanging out downstairs and you want to put her on the couch, having her in the dock tot is nice because then she can't roll off of it, obviously. The snuggle me is really awesome too, but it's just like less padded. So the chances of them rolling off are a little higher. Next thing is I'm kind of going in order from like newborn to baby, I guess. Next thing is the Lulu and Company swaddles. These have been my favorite swaddles actually because the fabric of them is just butter soft and it's so tight to where like you can wrap them like a little burrito, and I don't know, it just gets it so tight and it holds really well. So I don't really love the ones that like strap as much, but I do love the Lulu and Company ones because they just like wrap them up like a little burrito. They're so soft. They also have clothes, which I really like too, so make sure you check those out. Next up is binkies. Tommy was definitely a binky baby, which I'm really thankful for because we traveled so much that like having her, you know, suck on a binky on the way up in an airplane was really nice and convenient. We use these binkies. I don't know what they're called. You can kind of find them everywhere. I think they're more expensive, and I heard these ones also kind of ruin your baby's teeth more. But I don't know what else I would have used, and we kind of tried other ones with Tommy and she was not down for them, so these are the only ones that she used. But I would buy like maybe 2 of a bunch of different kinds and try them out with your baby if you have a newborn and just see which ones they like because every baby is so different. Speaking of binkies, Tommy doesn't have a binky anymore. When she got RSV, we just kind of took it away cold turkey and we haven't given it back to her, and she's totally fine. She's 13 months and she has front teeth and bottom teeth, and I don't think the binky ruined her teeth at all. Maybe if we would have had her like keep using it, it would ruin her teeth, but I'm just not very educated on that. But these binkies were awesome and they're super cute. They have a bunch of different colors. Next up is binky clip. Okay, binky clip, this may sound like just like duh, but some people don't use binky clips, and like when you're walking in the airport or going through security or just doing anything, like if you're in the car and your baby's just like chucking their binky, it gets crazy because you have to like pull the car over, grab their binkies again, like give it to them. Otherwise it's just strapped to them, and if they throw it, they'll like remember it's right there and grab it back in. I don't put a binky clip on her at night at all just because I feel like scared that it would like catch on her neck or the bed, and maybe, I don't know, I'm probably just like overly conscious about that, but I don't give it to her at night. I just give it to her like when we're in the car or when we're walking around, because then you avoid binkies falling on the ground, which is so nasty. Okay, next up is your baby monitor. Baby monitor, this is a big thing I was talking about on Instagram, but I love the baby monitors that, I should have brought it up. Here's the baby monitor itself. It's called this Doctor Meter. baby monitor. One of my friends recommended this to me. This one's just awesome because one, you can control it from wherever you are, downstairs, upstairs. It like has a really good fluid head. Plus, it has this little screen that you take with you around. Because some people are like, oh my gosh, I'd rather have it on my phone. But I'm like, normally you wouldn't, because if you're on a different app, you want to be able to see your baby and use your phone. Especially since I work on my phone, like I don't want to have to be like switching in and out of the app. Plus, the ones that you use that connect to an app actually kind of delay a little bit. So I'd rather just have it like live stream, not connected to Wi-Fi. This is crazy, which is, I don't know if this happens a lot, but I heard about this big thing on the news where like this baby was in her, let me start that over. This baby was in her crib and the mom walked in and there was a Wi-Fi monitor and someone hacked into her Wi-Fi and this man was talking to her baby through the monitor. It was like, she literally like almost died because she couldn't believe this was happening. But people do hack into stuff if it's connected to Wi-Fi, and this doesn't connect to Wi-Fi at all, so no one could ever hack into this. It's just off of like the little screen. I think it's like $100, so you can get it on Amazon. I'll link it below. Again, that's personal preference, and some people love the Wi-Fi connection. That's totally fine. Next thing is the Solly, I think I'm saying that right, Solly baby wrap. Love this thing so much. When she was a newborn, I would just cruise around the house with her in this little wrap. Or if you're going to a family function and your baby's like pretty new, I'd wrap her in the baby wrap so that no one's like, not every single person's like passing her around, especially since Tommy was born during like the winter times where it's a little scarier with sicknesses. It's the perfect like way to just have her like tucked all in there, and people can see that you had to like wrap it yourself, so they're not just gonna like take her out, you know what I mean? Love these wraps, they're so soft, really easy to put on once you just kind of figure it out. I watched a YouTube video and figured it out in like 5 minutes. Next thing is gripe water, and you should definitely have like all the medicines on hand, but gripe water really helped us out in the first few months because she had the hiccups so bad and it was the only thing that helped her calm down. She also, like when she was gassy, we'd use gripe water. Let's see. Yeah, we mostly just used it for like hiccups, but there's a bunch of different benefits to using gripe water, and it's like really subtle, so you can give them like a fairly high dosage for being such a little baby. Next thing is, like I said, the Lulu & Company swaddles. Tommy slept in every single like nap and night and stuff. And then when she, you know, they say at like 2 months you shouldn't swaddle them anymore. We went a little over that, but the doctor says that like if you swaddle a baby at night and then they roll over and they're swaddled, they can't like push themselves up and they could suffocate. Definitely scary. I'm sure that's a real thing. Tommy just never rolled, so we kept her in the swaddle a little bit longer. She's also like wild, so she was just always like crazy. I found the Merlin sleep suit, and it's like the funniest looking thing. It just like puts them out like a starfish and like holds them a little bit. It's not like it like restricts them, and it's not that rigid. It's just like a little heavier, so it just like calms them down. Tommy loves it. Like we literally just barely transitioned her out of the Merlin sleep suit, and Merlin sleep suit actually DM'd me and they were like, I think she's a little old for it. I'm like, I know, but she loves it so much and she's crazy, so we needed something. Anyways, Merlin sleep suit is the best for the transition from the swaddle. Next thing is the Doona. I've talked about the Doona before. It's so expensive, but if you're like maybe having a baby shower and that's your big gift from everybody, the Doona car seat saved our life, especially if you're like a travel junkie and you want to travel. This thing is amazing. Just compact, lightweight, a car seat and a stroller. You don't have to carry any other pieces. Now that she grew out of that, we like realized how much we really do love that. Next is the Ergo baby carrier. So this baby carrier is the best. When she got too big for the Solly baby wrap, we switched her to the Ergo, and this is something Jack can wear and I can wear. She still uses it. You can put it on your back, you can put it on your front. They're not supposed to front face on it because it's not really built for that, but they can face you in it, and it's amazing. I'll put that right here. Next thing is the Bumbo. When Tommy was able to sit up, we would put her on the counter in the Bumbo, and she could like interact with us and be right there with us when we were like cooking or doing whatever, just to feel a little bit more involved. I love the Bumbo. Just don't put your baby anywhere near the edge of the table, because sometimes babies get like this burst of energy and they can like fly out and tip it over, and that would be so sad. It's happened to a couple people that I know. But the Bumbo is super awesome. It comes like a little tray too, so if they're starting to eat foods, they can kind of grab things like that. Sorry, I feel like I'm going so fast, but I'm just like trying not to be that person that drags everything out. Fleece jammies. When I first, thought about, having maybe neutral colors and just like, just neutral vibes. And most of that stuff is not that comfortable, honestly. So when it comes to jammies, like put your kids in fleece jammies from Old Navy or Gap. Like they have the cutest, cheapest little jammies that are fleece and they're crazy patterns, but you're just like, it doesn't matter because after a bath, your baby just wants to be cozy. Like don't put them in something uncomfortable just because it's cute. You know what I mean? I definitely am guilty of that, but just save the time and hassle of thinking that everything needs to be like aesthetically pleasing because the baby doesn't care. You shouldn't care, Next thing is, this is when your baby gets a little bit older. A perfect way to get them to start eating foods is these packets. This is a really good example of a good packet. This is for 6 months and up, this one specifically, but it's peach oatmeal with coconut milk and pineapple. And that's all the ingredients in it. There's literally nothing else, which is so important to me. I don't want her eating a bunch of preservatives and crap and like toxic baby food. My favorite brands are Sprout and Beach Bum. And there's a bunch of, Beach Nut. There's a bunch of other really good brands, but just make sure you check and see that you understand all of the ingredients on the back. I also really love some other different baby brands that can be delivered to your house, like Tiny Organics and Little Spoon, but those you can't find in every grocery store, but those are a really good delivery service that delivers fresh, healthy food for your baby. Next thing is, speaking of food, is sticky plates. They're so necessary because your baby loves to grab things and like throw them, so make sure you get those sticky plates. The Saturday Baby has really good sticky plates and they have sticky bowls. It just makes your life easier. I even started bringing those on trips with us because it's just so convenient not to have to put her food on the table itself and have her eat, which is totally fine too, but I just would rather have it like in a plate. And those work super well. But if the surface is wet, it will not stick, so make sure the surface is super dry. Maybe that's just common knowledge, but just in case. And another thing is high chair. So we just got this high chair from IKEA that was like, not kidding you guys, I think it was $15 or maybe $18. I bought Brooklyn one too because it was just like, I literally was like $18, are you kidding me? Brooklyn and I have been like in the same phase of like Tommy and Rome growing up, so it's been so fun. But this high chair is so nice because like I said, it's so cheap and it's so easy to clean. It's white, it's cute, it's just like super simple, it doesn't take up very much room. My friend Aspen has these like pads, not pads, but like little, yeah, they're like pads you put under the high chair so that you can clean the pad and it's not ruining your floor every time. We have yet to get those. We need to because our floor is probably ruined from cleaning it every time. And yeah, another thing that we are going to transition Tommy into soon is like this like stand-up thing. I'll post a picture of it right here. This stand-up thing where they can like climb up inside of it and stand next to you while you're doing something on the counter, like helping you cook or something. And I'm going to get Tommy one of those because she's in the stage where she doesn't fall or anything. She's like pretty stable standing. I'm trying to think of anything else that I recommend. We used the Snoo for Tommy for 6 months and we really did like it. We had the app connected and we could see how long Tommy was sleeping when she was fussing, and it was just like a really good thing for us, but we actually bought it secondhand, so we didn't pay even close to what the price was. You can rent them, which is also a really good idea, but I don't know if I would have spent $1,400 on it. Like you could just use a normal bassinet. I don't think it made her more high maintenance, making her like having it soothe her a little bit. We'd only have it soothe her when she cried, but we really loved it. So if you can find it secondhand, that's awesome, or share it with your sisters or whatever. Now on to things that I don't necessarily think are necessary. Number one is a wipe warmer. I think that does make your baby kind of high maintenance if you have all of their wipes warm when you wipe their butt, because then they expect that, and then when you go out, they're throwing a fit when you're changing their diaper because they're used to warm wipes. I just think like not starting out with that in the beginning is just like the best call. Something else that, this is controversial, but something else that I don't think is necessary is those like swings, but that is my personal opinion. Tommy never had one of those, but when I would go over to people's houses and I would put her in it, like she didn't even like it, and they spent like, you know, $300 to $400 on it, and it's like takes up so much space in your house. So I would just rather like baby wear, but maybe people aren't into baby wearing as much. That's my personal opinion. Something else that I don't see super necessary is like a baby changing table, like its own table, because you can just put a like honestly, I have this like little pad that I change Tommy on sometimes, but like we never actually used it. We used our bed. So like I don't think having even anything to change your baby on is super necessary. We didn't really decorate her room that much, but like it just kind of takes up space and we don't use it that much. Something I forgot to say that is super necessary is a diaper pail. Make sure you get a diaper pail 1000%, because when you're in your room and it's late at night, you don't want to go downstairs and put your dirty diaper outside. You just want to chuck it in the diaper pail. So I think, you know, obviously you need diapers, obviously you need wipes, obviously you need burp cloths and minky blankets and all the things, but I was just specifying the things that were most important to me. Let me know what you guys think, what baby items are super necessary to you, and I'd love to read them in the comments below. Or if any of you disagree with me on any of those things, please let me know too. I would love to hear. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I had so much fun making it, so let me know if you guys have any other ideas or what you want to see from me. I hope you guys are having the best day, and Merry Vlogmas.